We have completed up to verse number 10. We will revise verse number 10 and then proceed further. We'll try and cover more number of verses today. We'll try and complete up to 17. It's just an effort, not some kind of an objective. Verse number 10, chanting slowly for you, and repeat it silently with yourself or even loudly, not issue. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Yogi Yunjita Satatam Yogi Yunjita Satatam Atmanam Rahasi Stitaha Ekaki Yata Chittatma Ekaki Yata Chittatma Nirashira Parigraha. Once more. Yogi Yunjita Satatam Atmanam Rahasi Stitaha Ekaki Yata Chittatma Nirashira Parigraha. So yogi, this person who is putting an effort, person who is trying to put an effort. The action of a yogi is called Yunjita. Yunjita means co-joined. You've heard of the expression, co-join. So and who does he co-join with? Satatam, always. Atmanam. The co-joining is with Atma. And Rahasi Stitaha. Rahasi means in a secluded place, not in a secret place. Many places they'll say Rahasi, so it is Ekanta, in a silent place, in a secluded place. Okay, so it's secluded. So that you are free from distractions, noises, and other kinds of aromas and fragrances and smells that can distract you in a secluded space. Yata Chittatma. Jiska man, Yata Chittatma means one whose mind and Indriya, sense organs, are mastered. You have the sense organs listen to you. It's not the other way around. Okay? Some people say control the sense organs. See, when you open your eyes, you will see. If you don't see, it's a problem. Okay? So when it comes to the eyes, you can close your eyes to avoid distractions. But what will you do with ears, nose, sense of touch? There is nothing to close down. Quite meaning, the simple meaning is, when the inputs will come into the senses, they don't disturb you. You are doing, there is sound coming from somebody's house. You will learn the art of ignoring it and continuing on your job. It's not going to be fun, okay? You're not going to like it. Somebody playing a 100-watt speaker at a very high level is going to disturb you. Definitely going to frown and you're going to do all this. See, at best, you will say, shut the window. If it's getting too much, you can possibly send word and say, why can't you reduce the volume? Better still go somewhere where there's, or choose a time when it doesn't disturb. Okay? So then aromas, something is cooking and you can pick up all these aromas and fragrances. You can't wish them away. It is just that these things don't bother you. Okay? Ekaki yata chittatma nirashihi. Nirashihi means one who is free from strong raga dvesha. Not free from desires. Okay? Not free from all kinds of desires. Strong raga dvesha. Strong raga dvesha are under control. I am not impelled. I am not under pressure to fulfill a raga dvesha. Some kind of attraction. Okay, so that is called nirashihi. Aparigraha. Aparigraha at this point of means free from possessions here. Aparigraha, these possessions anyway don't buy you are here. That's a different thing. We don't want to free from possessions here. I have mailed to those fellows and some money is due. I have not received it. It's a long time now. I've taken it just morning. I just know just before the class, I looked into my account. A credit has not come. But a debit is gone. I actually spent only 800. How has it become 8,000? My phone signal is not working. All kinds of this possession related thoughts, preoccupation with these thoughts are discouraged. You have to work on it. That siddhi you must do. Otherwise, meditation is not possible. And the teacher also drives home a very important area. He says, please understand, this is not the time for multitasking. Now the time for you can't meditate in front of the TV watching what is the latest code. Oh, this is code. Okay. What is no, that's not the way. It is not the time for multitasking. For some time of the day, totally withdraw. Time, place and seat covered, body, breathing, sense organs, mind and intellect. These 8 are covered. You have to meditate in a seated position. You should not, one is not expected to do multitasking. All other activities have to be put aside. And ekagra, focused. And what is for the purpose for which you are doing? You are doing for Atma Shuddhi, Atma Vishuddhaye, so that you get purity. What is this purity? Distractions, agitations, thoughts stemming from the past, regrets, hurt, guilt. These are the distractions. And you are doing meditation to get free from all this. Meditation is not for an exotic experience or an out-of-the-body experience or anything like that. It is for cleaning up your system. Okay? One more thing. In the meditative state, no knowledge comes. You have to understand. Knowledge comes in Shravana Manana, when you listen to something. I am closing my eyes and meditating, nothing will work. Because meditation is meant for purification, Atma Vishuddhi. There are very types of meditation. One is Ekarupa, Ishvara, Dhyanam. Okay, it will give you Chitta Ekagrita, focus, and it will give you freedom from Vikshepa, agitations and disturbances. Okay, then you have what is called Vishwarupa Ishvara Dhyanam. Vishwarupa Ishvara Dhyanam is invoking the whole Vishwam, cosmic whole as Ishvara, or invoking the cosmic whole in Ishvara, whichever way. What does it give you? It helps you expand your mind to appreciate the total Vishwarupa Ishvara. It does a very important, frees you from narrow-mindedness. Very, very important. Be free from narrow. It frees you from narrow-mindedness. Then it comes the third step of Dhyanam. You do Atma Dhyanam. Atma Dhyanam is remove habitual thinking. Okay, what is one habitual thinking? I am a jiva. Okay. Suffering is my lot. Next step. I am a jiva. Moksha is my goal. Going further, third step. I am Brahman, the conscious being. Okay. Moksha is my nature. I am by nature free. See? First is, I am a jiva. Suffering, I am given to the lot of suffering. Next step, better, madhyama. I am a jiva. I want moksha. Third step, I don't even want moksha. I am moksha. I don't want to become happy. I am happy. I don't want Purnatva. I am Purna. Okay. So this is how it is given. Then we saw about the next verse. Verse number 11. Shuchau deshe pratishtapya. Shuchau deshe pratishtapya. Sthiramasanamaatmanah. Sthiramasanam Natyuchritam Nati Nicham Chailajina Kushottaram Nat Natyut Natyuchitam Nati Nicham Chailajina Kushottaram. All words. Shuchau Deshe Pratishtapya Sthiramasanam Natyuchritam Nati Nicham Chailajina Kushottaram. So I am seated in a clean place, uncluttered place. Deshe, in a clean place. We saw it last week. Sthiram asanam, study asana. Okay? Then, na ati uchritam, not too high, na ati nicham. And I have an asana made of grass, then darba grass, and then deer skin and all these things. They are time. There was a time when people did not have all these kind of granite marble flooring and things like that. So you have to think of all that. Village where people have to sit on grass or on a damp place. So something that will keep insulate you from that. So you don't have to go looking for deer skin and tiger skin. I think I told you last week. Somebody told me that Swamiji sits on a tiger skin and does. I said, so what? So what's great about sitting on a tiger skin? If sitting on a tiger skin would give me moksha, then what's the point into wasting my time in all this? So we have to be very, very clear about all, not get lost in all these humbug there. Then comes to verse number 12. So we saw that tatra aikagram manakritva yata chittendriya kriyaha, control your sense organs. Upavishya asane, you are seated on the asana. Then yoga atma vishuddhi, it is for the purpose of atma shuddhi. It is not for the sake of an experience. It is not the sake of an exotic experience. It is for the sake of atma shuddhi. This is what was covered in 10, 11, 12. Okay. I'm going to take you a step further. Yeah, I'll chant well. Tatraikagram manah kritva. Tatraikagram manah kritva. Yata chittendriya kriyaha. Yata chittendriya kriyaha. Tatraikagram manah kritva. Yata chittendriya kriyaha. Upavishyasane yunjat. Upavishyasane yunjat. Yogamatma vishuddhaye. Yogamatma vishuddhaye. All words. Upavishyasane yunjat. Yogamatma yata chittendriya kriyaha. Upavishyasane yunjat. Yoga atma vishuddhaye. Okay, so seated on an asana. Upavishya, having seated oneself. Mana ekagram kritva, having focused in the mind, single pointedness of the mind. You have to practice all this. It doesn't come overnight. You have to first practice breath observation, so that stray thoughts are controlled and are able to abide in the mind. In the silence of the breathing, just observing the breathing activity. Then you do what is called mantra japa. Shri Ram, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. In that case, what you do, you are aware of Namah Shivaya chanting before silence, after silence, in between Namah Shivaya. Go further. Om, yep, Namah, yep, Shivaya. Om. Between Na and Ma, there is a gap. Yeah, there is a gap between each letter. And then you experience certain things like, vibrations and things like that. All you have to do is to be aware. Vibration doesn't mean you've got moksham or any kind of siddhi. You are just aware of something happening. Silence produces a lot of things, silence and quiet. Just like, when you put something in water, the bubbles will come. So many bubbles will come. Something will come from the unconscious. It doesn't mean you got Brahma Jnanam or you become a yogi. It just means that it is a signal for you to be more mindful of what is happening. Now let's go to verse number 13. This is the actual process, how you should do it. Okay. Samam kaya shiro grivam. Samam kaya shiro grivam. Dharayan achalam stiraha. Dharayan achalam stiraha. So, samam kaya shiro grivam. Dharayan achalam stiraha. Samprekshya nasika gram swam. Samprekshya nasika gram swam. Dishascha Dishascha Whole verse. Samam kaya shiro grivam. Even as I'm chanting, the meaning should flash. Dharayan achalam stiraha. Samprekshya nasikagram swam. Dishascha. Okay, let's look at the word. Kaya, body. Shira, head. Grivam, neck. So, upper body, neck, and head should be in a straight line. Stiffness is not intended. See, you would have seen, Buddhist monks will keep their hands like this. Meaning, whatever you do, even when you are walking, Shira, Kaya, Griva should be in alignment. And when you sit in alignment, the mind also seems to. You can't sit like this and do daydream. You have to lift your head. So, Shira, Kaya, Griva, Samam. Then, Dharayan, Achalam. Achalam is, some people meditate like this. Yawning, scratching. Hey, give me the piece of paper. Why would you switch off the fan? I've seen a lot of people. No reflection. I've seen the gentleman do meditation. It's about 4:30 in the morning. Do till 6:30. For the entire 2 hours, I'll be Nadaswaram playing on his transistor. I asked him, why do you do? He said, doesn't disturb me. I didn't have any comment to make. I was only a junior student. Commented, he would ask me to shut up. So, no fidgeting. Okay, very important. No fidgeting at all. Then, achalam. Achalam is without fidgeting, and dharayan, hold yourself without fidgeting. This step is called asana siddhi, meaning sit in one place for a length of time. Can you do it? In sofa, we have to leave, we have to this, and suddenly pick up and see this come. So it is such a restless physical body and a restless mind. Can we try and sit quietly? So, achalam. Next, they are trying to explain the position of the eyes. Okay. Some preksha looking at. Okay. Some preksha seeing. Or, yeah. What did you see? Nasikagram. Remember something, do it for a length of time, you will have a headache. So it is like when I look at somebody meditating, the eyes are somewhat closed. It looks like the eyeballs are focused on the nose tip. Some people say focus here. Some people say focus here. Any focus here, nose, anywhere else can create issues. Here it is saying, you have to say as though staring at the tip of your nose. Try staring at the tip of your nose. No, I don't want you to have problems over this weekend. You have a headache. As though staring at the tip of the nose. Then, dishascha avalokayan. Don't look here and there. Idhar udhar dekhna nahi. Okay. This is called a nice way of explanation, saying, when they say, don't look around, he expresses in saying, don't do something is the expression used to indicate do something. So suppose I tell you, no, don't look around, look at this place. So suppose I say, look at that place, a more emphasis, don't look around. Oh, okay, I should not. Okay, it's a way of instruction. So, this is don't look here and there. क्या हो रहा है? क्या हो रहा है? Where does he go now? For that moment of time, mind has to be brought to the object of meditation, and this physical preparation is absolutely necessary. Okay. There's not much philosophy here, not much to explain. It's only to see if you are following these habits. A lot of people do. A lot of people do various kinds of meditation. Some people say, I see here, I see here, I see light here. And these can create, that can create problems for you. If you are looking at all these things, it can create all kinds of other problems. Meaning, it causes problems means what? Distractions. I've known people, who have been very serious meditators. It is not a reflection on what they did. But when I read through this, a doubt comes. Did they know what they were doing? Were they advising people on the right way? I must have been a teenager when I met a very, very senior person, known to our family, very closely known to our family. I asked him, and of course, he told certain things, which when looking back, the intention was not to mislead or something, but that's perhaps what he knew. He told me seriously what he knew. Then I wanted some siddhi. Siddhi means I was writing some exams. And he said, I want to clear those exams. And he gave me some mantras, chant this daily. And he said, chant it daily, twice a day, 108 times in the morning, 108 times in the evening. And come and see me after 7 days. I went to him after 7 days. I said, Uncle, I've been able to do 7 days mornings. 108 times in the morning, 108 times in the evening. He says, did you hear anything? I said, hear what? Did something happen? I said, happen what? He said, looking back, I was hardly 17, just about 17 years old. It made a very big impression on me. Is it like ringing of bells? Some fragrance. If you are not listening, if you are not hearing, it means perhaps you are not doing it correctly. My God, what a deadly auto-suggestion. So I have to close my eyes, say some mantra, and hear a bell ringing. If I don't hear, it is not that doesn't matter. It says it means you are not doing a sadhana properly. But I was one of those, always fellows who never took things lying down. I always asked. I said, why? What should happen? He said, pratibandhakas. Pratibandhakas means obstacles. Obstacles come from because of purva janma papa, my. Believe me, it took me 10 years to get out of this. Believe me. This turned me into an atheist. It took me 10 years to get out of it. Another few years before I met Swami Dhananji, my life changed, transformed. Look what it can do. That's why we have to be very careful in these sections. The purpose of meditation is for Atma Shuddhi here means purification of the mind, of the scattered mind, bring it back. I meditate. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hey, this Shiva Kumar has not called me for 7. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. This Shiva Kumar said he will come. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. This Shiva Kumar and his other friend Shiva Swami. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. This is how it should be done. Goes back, bring. Goes back, bring. It will go because you are not habitual. Om Namah Shivaya. Sit straight. What's happening there? Don't look here and there. Some bell is ringing. Shut up. Somebody else will open. This is how it is done. This is how it will happen. Okay? So that's what the teacher is highlighting. Very, very important. Now let's see verse number 14. Okay. Prashantatma vigatabhihi Prashantatma vigatabhihi Brahmachari vrite stitaha Brahmachari vrite stitaha. Whole line. Prashantatma vigatabhihi Brahmachari vrate stitaha Manas sanyamya Matchittaha Manas sanyamya Matchittaha Yukta asita matparaha. Whole verse. Prashantatma vigatabhihi Brahmachari vrite stitaha Manas sanyamya Matchittaha Yukta asita matparaha. There are some words which are very, very important here. Brahmachari Vrata. Brahmachari Vrata is translated in very many places the vow of celibacy. Having taken the vow of celibacy, kya problem hai yaar? Killing all your natural instincts. It quite simply here means having sexual morality. That's all, nothing more. Inappropriate sexual relationships, sexual morality, perversions. That is Brahmachari Vrata. There are a lot of people, it happens. Every morning, there is a person I know very well. He will come. First line will be, hey, good morning. First message. Second message will be a clip. So some of my friends call up and come. Hey, this fellow, why does he send this clip? I say, after good morning, you the script, you know this clip is coming. Why do you see it? There's a classmate of mine who's right from childhood. I learned all this much. Right from childhood, he was initiated into Upanayana when he was 7. And he says that if every day he does 1001 Gayatri mantras. And he'll call him, and this fellow keeps sending these clips. I said, why do you see it? It is like eating something polluted and then say it is polluted. When you know it is polluted, don't look at it. Delete it without seeing. That is Brahmacharya Vrata. No temptation for all these, sleeves and things. No temptation for all this. No temptation towards ribald jokes. It is a discipline you have to do. It is not, it's a discipline you have to do. Sexual morality is Brahmachari. Appropriate sexual relationships, sexual morality, freedom from perversions. This is Brahmachari Vrata. Okay? Then, Thita, be steady in your Brahmachari. It doesn't mean celibate. But celibacy is different. It's a different thing. I'm not talking about celibate. It's talking about a grahastha. It's talking about a normal human being, a teenager. Why teenager? Even 70, 80-year-olds. This is a natural, it's in the order of things. This desire coming It is, appreciation for something to do with pleasures, sensual pleasures, is in the order of things. If it comes, it's good. If a fellow says that, I don't feel anything, that's a problem. It's a serious issue. It's natural. But what comes cannot be stopped, but its display is under your control. That's what he says. It can pick up any number of signals, but you choose to entertain certain type of signals. Brahmachari vrita stitaha. Then prashantatma, shanta antakarana. In Tamil they say, alapayar, means, it is in like waves going here and there. Like I told you last week, the fear of missing out, FOMO. Yeah, at 6 o'clock, they have called me. A lot of people. 5:30 to 6:30 is our meditative time. Some people say, I can't, I'm doing this. I can understand people at work. I am in another program. What program? No, there are some people are coming. I'm so fear of missing out. Okay. Free from that agitation is prashanta. Very, very important word here. Vigata bhihi. B stands for here. Fear, anxiety, worries, fear, डर. हमको यहाँ डर नहीं. I am afraid. Afraid of what? So for this period of time, you have to be free from fear. Practice freedom from fear. What is the fear you have? Loss of something. Either a thing, an object, an experience, or a relationship. What else will you lose? You are afraid of a loss of something. Somebody once told me, I promised to call the person at 6 o'clock. Can I go outside, call and come? It happened in Calcutta when I was there. Somebody that day, of course, the mobile phones had not come. This is an expression that comes. Somebody said he will come and wait outside for me. Can I go outside and come? Can I call on you? I said, no, not from my class. If you leave my class, don't come back. The person stopped coming. What is a vigata? Free anxiety that if I don't go on time, that fellow won't come. He will say, oh, okay, class and Mohanji are more important for you, is it? Fear of a relationship, losing a relationship. Fear of losing a possession. Fear of what will happen to me, especially in old age. What will happen to me if I am stuck with this problem? What will happen to me if I die before my wife? Poor lady doesn't know how to handle life. Fear. All these fears are a bundle of problems. So, vigata bhihi. Okay. Then, yukta. Yukta here means mindful. Savdhan hokar. Be aware. Be alive to these problems. See, I'm meditating. So, I'm meditating with one eye. It is 6:14. Somebody will send me a text message, good evening. And I should reply at 6:15, otherwise the person will get annoyed. If that thought comes, either you don't meditate, you send a message and meditate, or tell yourself, I am not going to get into this trap. I am not going to get into this trap. This is a real thing. It happens to a lot of people. A lot of people. There was a person who used to log in from the USA. Regular at this time, 5:30 time. And she used to say, Mohan sir, it is 7 o'clock in the morning here. My grandchildren are up and they keep asking me, Grandma, why don't you make this for us? Why don't you make that for us? I said, how old are you? I said, 14, 15, 17. I said, can't they appreciate the fact? Can they not appreciate the fact that for 1 hour, a grandmother is involved in some spirituality? Can they appreciate or can they not appreciate? So perhaps they can, But having gone there and staying with my children, my husband passed away 2 years ago, staying with their children, they should not feel that mother is not contributing. That kahan se pakad ke laya yaar problem. This is called, where there is no problem, you create a problem. They ask for new tiffin every day. Tell them one day you manage. It's only 1 day, 1 hour. Can't they do that? They ask you on a Friday morning. Or you tell, wait for 1 hour, I will make after 1 hour. Or make it before, tell them heat it and eat. It's spoiling the children. You want to wipe their noses all the time. So this is called Vigat. I mean, this is the problem there. Preoccupied with all kinds of things which don't require your attention. Then, of course, you have those TV serials. So then, Mana Sanyamya. Okay. Manas ko, man ko vash mein karke. How? Mind is going towards fear, pull it back. Focus on silence. Mind goes there, pull it back. Focus on silence. All kinds of thoughts, don't will or wish that the thought be there or not be there. Wish it out. This is it doesn't mean that I will have nothing, everything will work fine. It will not work fine. It doesn't work for even bade yogis. You have to. It is an exercise. Okay. Yukta, I told you, mindfully, asita, okay, sthit huye, mat para. If you are here, Krishna says, meditate on me. Eka rupa Krishna swarupa. Krishna, Pitambaram, Neela Megha Sham. Mayur on his forehead, head. A nice Nama here. He's got a flute. On that alone. This is called Sajatiya Vritti on Ishvara's form. Mat para asita siddham. Okay? Let's look at verse number 15. Yunjanneva sadatmanam. Yunjanneva sadatmanam. Yogi niyatamanasah. Yogi niyatamanasah. Yunjannevam sadatmanam. Yogi niyatamanasah. Shantim nirvana paramam. Shantim nirvana paramam. Matsanstamadi gacchati. Matsanstamadi gacchati. Yunjanneva sadatmanam. Yogi niyatamanasah. Shantim nirvana paramam. Matsanstamadi gacchati. Okay, let's look at what the teacher says in verse number 15. Yunjan eva. So here they are saying, what is the benefit of meditation? What are the benefits you get? How you should do the meditation? Niyata manasam, with a disciplined mind. Niyam manasa, niyata, one which obeys your command. The mind, karana, under the control of the karta, not the other way around. Niyata manasam. Okay. Yogi, the nididhyasana karta, the person who is doing nididhyasana. So, we are meditation is dhyanam. So we saw Ekarupa Ishvara Dhyanam. We saw Vishwarupa Ishvara Dhyanam. The teacher here is talking about Atmarupa Dhyanam. As often as possible, Sada. Satatam Sada. Always. One is as often as possible. Always. Atmanam means mind here. Yunjita, Yunjan, engaging. Okay? Engaging in what? What do you engage in? Atma Chintan. What do you engage in? Aham Brahmasmi. Don't understand? I am a conscious being. I am a whole being. I lack nothing. I am of the Swarupa of peace. My mere presence enlivens this body, and through this body enlivens the world around me. I am not dependent upon them. They are dependent upon me for their existence. Do that. This is called Atma Chintan. Try it sometime. We'll go through that sometime. Okay. When you do this, then he's saying Shanti. When you see, he's talking about deep peace. We have to understand something about this deep peace. Deep peace is not that you sit and everything is knocked out. In one place, they said, dismiss the world. So this person was arguing with me, and very often I don't argue back on these subjects, especially when they are older, much older people. No point in arguing. No point in arguing other young or too young also. So what's the best thing? Don't argue. So I write in my journal every day. Don't get drawn into wasteful debate and discussions. So the person says that you will get peace. If you get peace, it will go and leave you in pieces. So what is this peace? You have to understand it carefully. We are not dismissing the world. You have to understand. The world will be there. You close your eyes and say, there is no world, there is no world. Very big world standing right there. The world is. It is a transactional reality right in front. You can't dismiss the world. But what do you dismiss? We have given the world a certain reality. This world is my source of permanent peace, security, and happiness. I have given this to the world. I've made the world very powerful. So what do I dismiss? I dismiss this notion that this world has variety, is useful for me, it has got value, utility, but does not have the capacity to give me permanent peace, security, and happiness. Permanent peace, security, and happiness is from my own self. You have not dismissed the world. You have only made the world transactional. From absolute reality, you have reduced it to transactional reality. This is called dismissing the world. Not that, nothing is there. What do you mean? Pick in there. Bills have to be paid. With internet connection gone, all real. We're not dismissing that, okay? Freedom from, this anxiety coming out of this world, because you think the world will give you peace, but your experience, it comes also with all, it makes you go pieces also. So when you have imputed wrong value to something, it drags you down. So when you dismiss that anxiety, there is a peace obtaining. A peace that this doesn't give me what I want. You are driving somewhere and you have taken a wrong turn. You're driving. At some point, you stop and say, this is the wrong thing. I am going to change direction. You are at peace. It may take you 2 hours longer to reach home, but you are at peace. You have found the road. I will reach home. Google map, here, there, left, come to right. Finally, it has come to a landmark which you know. Oh, yahan se there, man. You get the peace. That's the peace. This stuff. Prashanta. Okay. Then, so peace at the level of anatma is relative, subject to arrival and departure, never permanent. Peace at the level of atma is not a fluctuating peace. It is the content of peace, not disturbed by time, place, or events. One has to discover this peace and claim it as yours. I keep telling you, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Nididhyasana is not only retain, relate, and claim. Yes, that's me. Yeah, that's me. It's me. It's me claiming that. Okay. That this Atma is never disturbed. Learn to abide in this Atma. That's what the teacher says. And this Shanti is called Jivan Mukti. And Nirvanam here means, Nirvana means it ends in Videha Mukti. Meaning, I have to explain this a little. That I am free is known here and now. I am a free being. I am a conscious being. My anxiety is gone. My fears are gone. I got peace. And I discover peace in me. I discover the pleased person in me. But then this pleased conscious being is functioning through this body, mind, sense complex. This body, mind, sense complex will live out its duration. It has got a life term, a lifetime. It will live it out. And at that point of time, when this body falls, it is called Videha Mukti. Why am I am alive? I know I am a free being. When the body falls, then the it's called the Sukshma Karana Sharira and the total merge. We'll see it on another occasion. That's called Videha Mukti. Okay. Now, what is the nature of Dhyanam? We'll see quickly here again. I thought we'll cover up to 17. We'll cover 15. Now he's coming back to some preparatory sadhana. We will see both of them, okay, 16 and 17 together, because it talks about preparatory sadhana. Natyashnatastu yogosti, natyashnatastu yogosti, naikantamanashnataha, nachaikantamanashnataha, natyashnatastu yogosti, nachaikantamanashnataha, nachati swapnashilasya, nachati swapnashilasya, jagrato naiva charjuna. Together, one verse, one whole verse. Natyashnatastu yogosti, nachaikantamanashnataha, nachati swapnashilasya, jagrato naiva charjuna. Very easy to understand. There's not much philosophy here. There's discipline. Arjuna, in this yoga, okay, yoga, natu ati ashnataha. Eat moderately. Natu ati ashnataha. Very easy to understand. Then, opposite. Just because we eat a lot, nothing. There are people who have to keep eating and putting on weight. They can't keep this munching thing. They can speak the speaking quiet, but munching they cannot keep quiet. Na ekantam anashnata. There is other opposite. हम जल पान नहीं करेंगे. अरे क्या बात? It is neither overeating nor undereating. Moderate in, see, brahmachari, moderate in sexual pursuits. Here, moderation in eating or not. See, they say, no, there are a lot of people who suffer from diabetes and they go for Ekadashi Vratam, then it creates problems. So my doctor advised me, Ekadashi, don't overdo. Don't overdo. So of course, there are wives who come and say, I will keep waiting for Vridam for you. That means what is keeping Vridam for me? It doesn't make sense. I keep my Vritam, I'll pray for you. It's a better thing. I will keep your Vritam. How will you keep? This girl, Bekar ki, ambag. Sorry to use it. Okay. Ati ashnataha. Na? Okay. Ati ashnataha. Ati and anashnataha. Next, it is easy to understand. Kidme philosophy kya hai? Acha. अति स्वप्नशीलस्य, यार जब देखो, after meditation, good food, lie down and so ati swapnashilasya. The other extreme, the other extremes, ati jagrata. I can't sleep at all. There's a fellow who once told me, I was so impressed. In fact, I was so impressed that I also started quoting that. Then I realized how ridiculous it sounded. I don't like sleeping. I don't want to miss out on life. Kya pagalpan hai? Madness. So he says, na ati ashnataha. Okay, this is not the yogi doesn't do that. Na anashnata. Ati shwapna sila is not okay. Na jagrata. Hey Arjuna, understand this. None of this is meditation. They are what do you call? They are all they can drive you crazy. So don't get into all these traps. Verse number 17. I'll read and then we'll read it properly. The whole next. Okay. युक्ताहार विहारस्य युक्तचेष्टस्य कर्मसु युक्ताहार विहारस्य युक्तचेष्टस्य कर्मसु युक्तस्वप्नावबोधस्य योगो भवति दुःखः. Dukkha is very powerful word here. युक्ताहार विहारस्य युक्तचेष्टस्य कर्मसु युक्तस्वप्नावबोधस्य योगो भवति दुःखः. Dukkha, that which destroys dukkha. What? Yoga. Yukta ahara vihara. Okay. One whose ahara vihara, okay, are under my control. All actions, karmasu, all efforts, cheshta. Okay. Yukta swapna. Okay. Then avabodha, जागने वाला होता है. One who is a master of all these things, one who is one who is in control of all these things, will come to or will obtain or will rise to the level of dukkha ha. Dukkha means destruction of dukkha. So, a disciplined lifestyle will give you freedom from dukkha at the relative level. A disciplined lifestyle. So, we had come up to this in verse number 17. We will read verse number 18 and study it further in our next session. Swasti prajabhya paripalayantam न्यायेन मार्गेण महिं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनीं देशोऽयं शोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति शांति शांतिः. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरि ओम. सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय हो. स्वामी दयानंद महाराज की जय हो. पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय हो. बजरंग बली की जय हो. जय हो. We'll meet you Friday next.